Hi, it's Laura Meeks. Welcome to a little gold nugget. Today, what I want to share with you is a poem that was written in 5 paragraphs, kind of to describe life. It was originally written by a woman named Portia Nelson, who interestingly was one of the original nuns in The Sound of Music. She was an actress and she wrote this poem. So in 5 paragraphs, how does our life go? Here it goes. First paragraph. I was walking down a street. There was a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fell in. I was lost. I was hopeless. It was not my fault. It took me forever to get out. I was walking down that same street. There was a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretended that I could not see the hole and I fell in again. I could not believe I was in the same place, and it was not my fault. It took me a long time to get out of that hole. I was walking down the street, the same street. There is a large hole in the street. I see the hole. I fall in again. It's a habit. But my eyes are open. I clearly see where I am, and I get out of the hole immediately. I'm walking down the same street. There's a deep hole. I go around the hole. This time I walk down a different street. You know, end of the poem. I love that poem. You know, it tells us about life in a clear and humorous way. And I first saw Wayne Dyer do this on a PBS special. When I saw him do that, it was so interesting and clear that I wanted to share that with you. You know, it's interesting in life and in the coaching business that we come across a lot of people that are in that very first hole. They have their oh my gosh story. My life is so messed up you won't believe, and they put me in that hole, and it is not my fault. You know, I spent a lot of time in that hole myself. You may have too. My mother and I had a lot of interesting experiences over my lifetime, and there were a few very challenging times. And what amazed me looking backwards is how after she passed away, how many years that I was still telling those she done me wrong stories. So, been there. But I have learned this. I have learned to crawl out of that hole. I have learned to go around that hole. And most importantly, I am living on a new street right now. I am surrounded now by people who are aware, who are grateful, and who are helping those people, many people, out of holes, helping people around holes, but most importantly, guiding them to a street that doesn't have those holes. You see, I've learned some very interesting things along the way. First of all, it is not about me working harder. That's kind of my go-to solution, work harder. It's not about working harder. It's not about me being the Lone Ranger. What I have learned is this. I have learned to follow people that are on the path ahead of me, on the path that I want to go on. And most importantly, I've learned to accept help from others. And so now I do live on that new street. And here's what that new street looks like. I have happiness, I have joy, I have abundance, and I have love on that street. So, as you are going through your life today, I ask you to look up, because that hand that is coming down is my hand. I am lifting you up and out of some of those holes that you may have fallen in. So go out and make it an absolutely great day and let your dreams fly.